Before the college basketball season tipped off, Coach Ben Jacobson promised that this year's Panther team would be pushing the ball up the court and scoring a lot of points. Well, his promise has held true as this year's men's basketball team is scoring at its highest pace in the past 12 years, averaging over 70 points per game. One of the biggest offensive weapons is 6'9" Charles City native Nate Buss. Brad Wells has the story.
He's got all the tangibles. He's got the length, athleticism. He's just ready for a breakout year this year.
While his teammates and coaches saw the emergence of Nate Buss building over the last year, not many people expected Nate to be such a large part of this season's offense. One of the biggest tells was an early season tournament a year ago at the Battle for Atlantis, where Nate went 3 for 3 against Louisville and then shot 3 for 4 against Stanford. A surprising lift from a guy who then was an unlikely candidate.
He emerged. He played really well in that Louisville game, pretty much brought us back into the game, and then the Stanford game he played really well as well. So he can just do so much different stuff. It's not necessarily how you would draw it up all the time, but he makes tough shots. He can post up, he can play from the perimeter. He's one of our best three-point shooters, and he can also drive the ball.
Through the first 15 games, Nate has been a consistent offensive producer. He's averaging 10 points and 5 rebounds per contest. He's scored his career-high 23 points twice this season, including in one of UNI's toughest games against a ranked Iowa State team.
He's hard to guard, and he's shown out in practice the past couple weeks that he's a real pain in the butt to guard for some of our bigs. And he can play the post, he can pop out to the perimeter, and that's a tough matchup for 4s and 5s in our league. So
he's been playing really well. He's one of the guys that just continues to get better, continues to fill in where he needs to be filled, like where we need him to fill in at. He's got about a 15-foot fadeaway that you can't block it because he's long, and if he's making it, you can't stop it. So it's hopefully we can see him a little bit in the game this year, and I think that he's going to really help our team. So.
Nate has been making his 15-foot fadeaway, and he's got some offensive numbers to back it up. Nate leads the team in shooting percentage and three-point shooting percentage. His efficiency on the offensive end has propelled him to be the third leading scorer on the team.
that's probably one of the funnest things playing with him is you know that he's going to pop, he's going to hit that shot, he's going to ball fake, he's going to take it to the basket. So it's just the fact that he does a lot of things well.
Nate has been doing nearly everything well on the offensive end, but he almost didn't get the opportunity, as one of the main focuses for Nate this past offseason was his work on the defensive end of the floor. Standing 6 feet 9 inches tall, he'll be going up against some bruisers in the paint.
I think his biggest thing is going to be defensively. Figuring out how to play down there and battle, because he's a little bit light right now, but he's worked hard in the weight room.
His tall frame only carries 220 pounds, so consider his defensive assignments his biggest test that he'll have to pass through the MVC schedule. But for now, so far so good, both on the defensive end and especially on the offensive end, where he gives the UNI offense a legitimate option of production off the bench.
The biggest thing for him is he's just a guy that if we throw him out there, any given night he could get you 15 points. Because he can get hot and he's really gifted offensively.
You can't do much with him. If you close hard on him, he's got the ability to put it on the ground, put it on the bounce, get to the rim. He's got great jumping abilities, so if he does get inside, he's going to either finish that thing at the rim. He gets a lot of rebounds due to his length and his size. If you close short on Buss, he's going to knock the shot down.
Great teammate that doesn't care who gets the credit. He's just out there wanting to get wins for the Panthers, and that's what's great to have a teammate like him.